So I do need to recharge my prayer, but oh my god, 57 prayer just like that. This is crazy. This changes everything. How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical, and as you can see, there are 20 days on the clock. But the question is ever, how far can we get in 22 days? Currently, our combat level is 96 and our total level is 1,557. And here's a look at the glorious stats. We need to get them up as rookie numbers. Up, up, up. Quest completed 146. I don't know if too many are going to get completed this time out because we haven't got tons left. If we have a look at the quest list, it's just sort of the real... most of, like, the tougher ones that are left. I mean, there's a couple, like, freebies in there, but maybe that's not what we're going to prioritize. Achievements, 192. Combat tasks, 37. We do need to prioritize them at some point. I don't know if we'll be doing that today. 37 of combat tasks completed. I don't know if we're going to be focusing on that this episode, but we will see. Collection logs, 75. We've got lots of things to do, so let's get to it. Right, let's start off the right way, the positive way. Birdhouse run time. Seaweed time. Always completing our medium contract. Right, just got to get our herbs out, do a herb run, and then we can get back to business. I'm looking at you, Perilous Moon. 74 farming. Right, the first of many Chesticuses, so let's kick it off with 101. Right, let's get them going. Pump them numbers up. Another. 105. Another. And another, and that's the Blood Moon chest play. Get in! Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Just the legs left on that set. 77 attack. Another. Hey! Eclipse Moon Helm! The body would have been more nice. We could have potentially done Fire Cape, but still, I just need the body for Eclipse, and that's done. Wow, and the back-to-backer! Come on! Always lucky. This is the collection log, 108 chests, suddenly looking extraordinary spoonage, wouldn't you say? Could this be back to back to back to back? 3 backs in a row! Blood Moon done! Let's go! Look at this. Blood Moon completed on 109. We have had 3 things back to back to back. We have 2 items left. We no longer need to kill Blood Moon. We will only be killing Blue Moon and the Eclipse Moon. Come on! Any chance of 4 items in a row? 110 chests? Never lucky. Another. Coming in with 115 chest count. Another. And another. Another. And another. Right, I'm getting so dry I'm gonna need a drink. Another. At this point, the more bones we get, the better. It just is going to push our prayer up after. Chest 141 coming in hot off the press. A U-seed is always grateful to see. Another. And another. Hit points 81. Combat level 97. Another. 78 attack. Another. 146. 7. 8. 9. Chest 150. Another. Starting to get a bit dry. I might need another drink. Another. Did I miss 78 attack? Another. 20 days, 8 hours in. God. It's gone dry. We're at 156, so fingers crossed this picks up. Another. I'm like in too deep to leave, but my like kingdom has 92k in it and everything. But I'm like in too deep to leave. The stubbornness in me. Like, I don't know if any of you get stubborn when you're doing a grind, but I just get really stubborn in RuneScape, and it's like, no, I can't go anywhere else until it's done. Like, we're all gonna get the drops. Never lucky. Think. Never lucky. 166 coming in quick. Never lucky. Another. Never lucky. Another. Is this what prison feels like? Maybe. 175. Hey, Blue Moon completed. Just Eclipse to go now. Collection log at 175 chests. Only 1 more piece to go now. We're clogging. I stand by the Blue Moon is the most annoying one. Wait, no, I need Eclipse. I'm in the wrong place. Get me out of here. As I was saying, I'm glad I don't have Blue Moon last, because I really still hate that one the most. Right, let's get the back-to-back up. Ah, never lucky. Another. My armor's just hit 25% on everything. I don't have the money to replace that, so this could get awkward. 180. Another. Never lucky. Like, what's that? Never lucky. Another. I hate seeing soft clay. 190. Another. Never lucky. Another. 100% was paying attention. 195 coming in. Never lucky. Another. 79 attack. 199. Another. And that was 200 chest count. Another. And never lucky. Another. 208. Never lucky. Another. 210 coming in. Never lucky. Another one. And another one. I've always said 220 is my lucky number. Never lucky. Please. Another. Has anyone else gone really dry somewhere? Someone make me feel better and tell me about their dry patches so I can laugh at your misery rather than you guys laughing at my misery. Is that fair? Is that a deal? 224 coming in. 225. Another. And another. Does anyone else, when you go dry, convince yourself that the item doesn't exist? Do you have to keep, like, checking your collection logs and the wiki and stuff, or is that just me? I think I'm going insane. Another. Never lucky. Another. And another. 240 chest count. And I'm gonna have a breakdown. Another. And another. Yes! Get in. 244. We are done. And there we go. We are clogging crazy. I'll be honest, I started to lose the will to live. But we are done. Sayonara. Ciao. Whatever you want to say. Perilous Moons completed. It's been nice. See you later. Okay, it's been a very long time since we've done a kingdom. It's got nearly no money in, so I'm going to chuck the rest of my cash in, and then I'm going to have to come up with a money maker to get some money back, because my Barrow's armor is at 25 on each piece as well, which isn't great, and Moon's armor costs even more than Barrow's to repair as well. Right, let's collect. Oh, look at all that. Very, very nice. So good. Just all doing that on the side. Thank you. And then we want to... I'll probably just put 300. There we go. We need to make some money. Let's go do it. Alright, I've got all these keys. I'm gonna use them together so then I get crystal keys, and then we'll open. If I can get 100k, I can buy battle staffs. And then with the amount of... What is it? Water orbs? The amount of water orbs, I can put them on them, high alch them, and start making a little bit of money that way, at least on the side. Because I would like to do the Valamor prayer method with the amount of bones that we've got stacked. I mean, we got 10,000 in just blessed bone shards. That's before we sort out the other bones. Okay, I've got 5 keys. Let's see what we can get. Let's open. Dragonstone, spinach roll. Another dragonstone and a spinach roll. We can get rune items. Okay, runite bars. 2 more keys to go. To get our tooth. And last one. Okay. Right, I've still got 95k altogether in my rune arrows, so I'll just high alch a load of them and then do the battle staffs. Right, now I can go into this battle... Now I can go into this staff shop, claim staffs. Then I can get discounted battle staffs. Click here, yes please, that's 15. So if I high alch these now, There were 4,200 each. Now we're going to make them, don't accidentally use them on these. Then when we high alch them, they're 9,300. A nice bit of profit. In all honesty, I should have been done that early on, just buying them up constantly, so then I can do tons in a row, but we are where we are. So altogether we have 140k. Obviously that's not good enough, but it's a start. So above from making money on the side, I would like to get fire cape at some point. The only equipment that we're going to have is a lattle. Now, I don't know if that's good on fire caves or anything like that, but actually I really, really want to try it. The only issue is we do need 75 range to be able to use it, and then it's strength based, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. The only downside to using it in the fight caves is we won't have a shield, and I believe it's quite short ranged, but I really, really, really want to try it because I feel like it'll be fun, and you gotta have fun sometimes in this game. However, before we worry about making money, getting to the fire cape, we've got a lot of bones, and there's a new prayer method in Valamore. Should we give it a look? 20 days, 17 hours on the clock. The first thing we need to do is come back to the Perilous Moon area. Don't worry, I'm fearful of going back through there. We need to buy jugs of wine. Why we're doing it here, because we can buy infinite amount. And they're only 1 coin each, so it's not really going to hit our cash stack. We're going to buy an absolute load of these, and then we're going to go bless our bones outside. Right, I got 256 jugs of wine. That should be enough for the time being. Right, I've never done this before. Then literally outside, there's the entrance down here. I walked around. I should be able to bless them here. They're all blessed. And then I just break down. There we go, and they go straight into bone shards. And then I repeat this for all our bones. Then, can I talk to you? There we go, exchange a banknote. Yes, please. For 10 GP each. I know, exchange all for... Yeah. There we go, and then back up. Nice. Hopefully we've got enough money to do this, and I'll meet you after I have broken these all down. I'm very excited. Okay, we finished off with 76k. In order to be able to get 70 prayer, which I think is a nice goal, we would need 108,000. Okay? If we then bless the wine, because with Valamore you have 2 methods. You can either use this on normal wine, or you can top up the wine with, what are they called? Sunfire Splinters, which means you can do it a little bit quicker. How quick? So 108,000, we could do it on 90k. So we'd only need 90k bone shards. What we could then do is, if we look on here, it shows you what bone, if we bless them, and then how many bone shards it would give us. We could then get dragon bones, which would give us 58 per. Which would mean, as I've just plugged into my calculator, we would need 232 dragon bones, which isn't that crazy, really. And then here it tells us, so in creating jugs of Sunfire wine, we would need 2 per jug. 1 jug can sacrifice 400 shards. At the risk of looking like an idiot, I've got the calculator up, which shows us if we divide the number that we need to get 70 prayer by 400, we are left with 225. If we just call it 226 and round it up, that's how many jugs of wine we would need. So we need... we need 1 splinter, no. We need 2 splinters per jug, so we instantly double that. And we need 452 splinters. How do we get splinters, I hear you ask? Well, here is all the item sources, but the only one that gives it consistently is the Colosseum Wave 1. Always gives them. If we click on this, we always get 90 from wave... So, if we click on it, we always get 80 from wave 1. We divide 80 in there. We could say 5. Let's do 6 and round up. We would need to do 6 wave ones. Complete wave 1, then go again. We would need to do it 6 times, and we would have all the Sunfire splinters that we would need. And the reason why we want to get 70 is because it unlocks Piety. Now, obviously, we don't have the ability to unlock it just yet, because I believe we do need to do a quest or something. To access this prayer, we have to do the King's Ransom quest. We then have to do the Night Waves training, and we have to have 70 defense and 70 prayer. So I like the idea of aiming to do that, and then, or at least doing this part, and then we'll move on to this afterwards. As we say, one problem at a time. So let's kick off by getting the dragon bones, because that's just something I can AFK range, get my range up, get the bones, bless them, get up to the 90,000 that we need. And then, are we going to have our first step in the Colosseum? I'm excited. I love Valamore. This might not be like the best way to do stuff. It's just like how I like to play RuneScape is I like to set goals for myself. I like to think, oh, what do I want? And then doing it like that. A lot of this is me learning for the first time for future methods and stuff like that. So I hope you can appreciate that. Obviously, let me know what goals and stuff you guys have and how you guys like to play. Let's go kill some dragons. 69 range, 70 range, 21 days in. Alright, if I've done this right, then these should be enough for dragon bones to get us 90,000 bone shards. Wish me luck. Okay, that's more than enough, but I might as well finish the rest of these off. We've got way over what we need. We only need 90k, so that's absolutely fine. Alright, Colosseum maybe? Let's go. Let's get some ancient magic, please. Oh, yeah. The Colosseum, baby. Let's do this. Okay, this is my first run in the Colosseum with this gear. I look really chad. So, I've got my quick prayers set up for mage. My only concern is I'm not going to be able to kill 4 NPCs before a Jaguar spawns. And then I'm going to have to swap to protect melee, otherwise he's going to declaw me, but we're going to see how this goes, and if we die, we die together. Don't ask again. I did install tile packs. Alright, start wave, and then we can see our 80 Sunfire splinters is what we want, and then we have modifiers. Your maximum HP is reduced. Yeah, that's fine. Not planning on getting hit. Click continue. Activate mage. Back off. Hit the middle person. So then I can freeze all 3. Like I said, we want to go quick because there is a Jaguar that is going to spawn. It probably is going to spawn because I'm doing this quite slow, so I'm just going to get ready with my protect from melee. Obviously, if I was a higher level, I wouldn't have to worry about this as much. Zombie axe going crazy, though. Here comes the Jaguar. Nice! That was actually not bad timing. I probably should have got like a DDS plus or something for this, but this will only take a couple of minutes, and then I can farm like 6 of these. If we were a high level, we'd just be able to shoot through this, but I think I high-out'd my Dragon Dagger. But overall, very smooth, actually. And then we're just going to farm wave 1 over and over and over again until we got, is there 5 or 6 runs? There we go. Wave 1 completed. Then next wave we get 4 rune kite shields. Oh, right, let's claim what we want. Let's not go greedy. And then we forfeit our rump. Get our reward chest. That goes straight into the bank. Lovely. Then we leave and we will repeat. Not too shabby. Luckily, you can actually lock him round one of these, which is actually quite nice if you are a little bit slow. Another one done. 3 in a row, baby. Yeah, I just lock him on the pillars now, and then even when I am slow, it's absolutely no problem. Number 4. Number 5. We'll do one more for luck, plus I'm enjoying myself. Victorious. There we go. We've done 6. Perfect. Claim. Wonder if how quick this is. It's worth like farming this when I get a little bit stronger. Let's bank that all and we are all done. Let's leave. Thank you very much. Right, then I'm hoping with a pestle and mortar, we've got all our sunfire splinters. Can we just put them straight in the wines? Nice. So then I think we have to go back to that altar to bless them, is my understanding. And then hopefully the road to 70 prayer is literally round the corner. Easy business. I'm hoping I can do this manually. Yeah, looks like I can. Nice. Oh, I drank a bit of wine. Okay, apparently I just need 225. We've got 334, which is nice. Let's go bless them. Hopefully I've done this right. Can't withdraw these as noted, which is interesting, but that's fine. Okay, luckily I made a couple of extra because I can't actually even bank these, so okay, that's fine. Right, so we've got all our blessed sunflower wines and we've got our blessed bone shards. Let's go back up to the temple and see how good this prayer method is. Okay, there is the libation bowl. I don't care what it is if it gets me prayer. And then do I just fill? So apparently 400, or the one jug will do about 400 shards. And then I just spam. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I do need to recharge my prayer, but oh my god. 57 prayer just like that. This is crazy. This changes everything. Oh, and then redo prayer, and then continue. This is amazing. Bless me, Father, I have sinned. 58 prayer. 59. That's the first inventory done. Let's go grab another. 60 prayer. 61. Second inventory. 62. 63 prayer. And another inventory down. 64 prayer. This method is the best. 65. Another inventory. 66. Another inventory. 67. Another inventory. 68. Another inventory. 69 prayer. Another inventory. And that is the big 7070 prayer level. That's a hell of a upgrade. I'm so glad we did Perilous Moons. It's so handy to get all these bones. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I will finish these off, but it doesn't really matter. Get in. So while I'm in Vilamore, do you know what I want to do is I want to spend an hour farming the Colosseum. So I think I'm going to farm up to wave 4 from what I've seen. And I want to just see if this is a good money maker. Can we make money here? Let's have a look at the loot tables. So we can see wave 1 is always the sunflower splinters. I imagine we'll be back in the future. But I don't think the high alch is very high on them, so we'll probably just keep them for the future, something like that. Wave 2, it gets a little bit juicy because we can get like 4 rune kites, even cannonballs, although I think a cannon is a little bit of a noob trap early on, unless we get a load of free cannons, but obviously we're talking in the thousands and thousands. Then we've got wave 3, and as we can see between the rewards or what the average is, we can see that we could be averaging, you know, quite a lot considering some waves just take a short amount of time. Right, so then this is wave 3 here. Again, some really juicy rune items, a lot of stuff that we can high alch. And then this is wave 4, which dramatically goes up in worth. Again, lots of stuff that we can high alch. And you can get the prayer armor, which I believe is the best in slot prayer, which is actually really, really cool, although really, really rare. So I expect to die, but in all honesty, I want to have fun. Right, I reckon I'm going to die a couple of times, but I want to have fun. Let's do this. Right, let's do this. But yeah, we're going to do this for about an hour, because I don't know about anyone else, but whenever I played RuneScape in the past, I'd always make accounts, want to do like the high-level PVM, and then just get burnt out by the amount of like grinding to try and get there, and actually forgetting that this is a game we can have fun on the way, so let's have fun on the way. Wave 1 completed. Oh, look at that reward. So if we can do the next wave, we get 4 rune shields, right. Blasphemy 2... Your range is reduced by 2 titles with auto cast. Swarm of Angry Bees. Let's do Blasphemy 2. I haven't seen any guides to this outside of, like, installing the tile and, like, how to run, so I don't know which one of these is good or not. I'm going to do Blasphemy 2, because if I get the next wave, I'm probably just going to leave. Another wave 1 done, only some fire splinters for the second wave, so I am going to claim and then go back in. Because I just want money for wave 2. Another wave 1 completed. Oh, 150 chaos runes. Ugh. Another attempt at wave 2 for a rain chain body. 1 health P dream. I'm rubbish. But we're having fun, so let's keep going. Another wave 1 completed. Chaos runes. Another claim. I'm not going any farther until, like, there's a rune item or something. Another wave 1. Cannonballs. Yeah, we'll practice wave 2. I'm going to swap to Bloodburst in a minute. Yeah, I need a ranged attack for him. The problem is I can't use a lateral because I haven't got 75 range. And I think my rune crossbow, all that's got is like broad bolts, so... Okay, I think the solve is... Protect from magic, stand out, then come in, and then he should get locked. Nice. And then I'll heal up on the Jaguar, because actually I can do that quite consistently. Jaguar dead. Major dead. Cannonballs, claim. Nice. Fast wave 2 completed. I'm having a blast. Get in my bank. Wave 1 completed. Chaos runes. Yuck. Just want some rune items. Like 4 rune kites would be banging. I see some good rune items. Deaths. I'll do it for some deaths. Misclicked. Rune item. Let's go for it. Okay, we got this. Once he dies, then I can melee the range, I'm guessing. Wave 2 completed. I'm enjoying this so much. I know how inefficient this is, but oh my god, am I having, like, fun here. Like, this is actually, like, awesome. First item we can actually make money off of. 49 minutes later. Hey, 30 minutes was just understanding everything. We're on a roll now. All the rune items just aren't coming now. My shame. Another dud. Another dud. Oh, another wave 1 done. A rune plate body on the line. And that is wave 2 completed. Nice. And we are 1000% claiming that. Because we're here for money. Come on. Let me see it. Let me believe it. Send that to the bank. Perfect. Let's do this for a little bit longer. Get some money. Ooh. 4 rune kite shields up for grabs. Let's not mess this up. Oh, this is so free. Very nice. I'm getting the hang of, like, 1 and 2. Oh, I did miss 80 magic in my excitement. Nice. That's wave 2 done. I'm so happy with myself. We are definitely claiming that. Bust. Another bust. Rune chain body for wave 2. Wave 2 completed. Claim, please. Okay, sadly we're going to have to stop our Colosseum fun just because I'm running out of runes rapidly, so let's go back to the normal spellbook and out our winnings. Considering how scuffed I did the Colosseum and the first couple of waves, not bad for a learning. I'll be honest, I had so much fun, it's fine. 230k, that's pretty banger-langing. Back to the Ironman life, birdhouses, tree runs, herb runs, all the janitor stuff. Tutorial skipping just to chill. Dwarfs. Wolves. Goblins. Although before we get our next task, let's come over here and get our combat, easy combat achievements reward. I completed a tier. Awesome. Oh, I didn't realise you got lamps for these as well. Obviously, Herbalabalaw, 5,000, very nice. We get the Hilt 1. If we look at combat tasks, then we can see how far we are to the next one. And the next one means our prayer does not drain in barrows, which would be quite nice. And I even missed it. Herbalabalaw is at level 62. Get in. Cave crawlers. Bears. Rats. Wolves. It's one more before Kona. Goblins. Hi Kona, me again. Can I have a good assignment, please? Calf-light. 66 Slayer. Very nice. Task completed. That's 90 points. Let's go straight to the next Kona task. Right, back to Kona, please. A nice task. Black demons? That's okay, I'll take that. 80 attack. 90 points. Task completed. Kona task coming in. This will be the 100th task. We're going to keep material skipping for a little bit here. Assignment. Bloodfields. 70-6 defense total level. Combat level, excuse me. 100. That's nice. 82 hit points. 67 Slayer. There we go. 100 tasks have been completed. That gives us 450 points. Very, very nice. Let's get out of there. Look how many blood runes we got. Gorgeous. Right, we've been all over the shop with what we've been doing. We've been having fun, but more importantly, we have been making a little bit of money as well. A little bit of Slayer. It's been cushy. However, we need to get back on track for our goal. What is our goal? Song of the Elves. Let's get to it. I mean, not right now. We need stats and quests and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean. Right, we need to do Morning's End Part 1, and we need magic logs. We have no magic logs, so I'm going to do some Winter Todd. I don't know how long we're going to stay there for. We've got 21 days, 12 hours. I could do it for the rest of the time, and then it's a bit of dopamine. We'll see how I feel. 76 firemaking. 77 firemaking. 60 fletching. 78 firemaking. 61 woodcutting. 79 firemaking. 61 fletching, 80 firemaking, 81 firemaking, 52 construction, 82 firemaking, 62 fletching, 62 woodcutting. Here we are again, party people, at Winter Todd, about to get rewards. I think we have about 173, 172. This is the stats. So we have got 62 woodcutting, so I believe we actually have a chance of getting magic logs this time, unlike the time before where I embarrassed myself. So I've just had a look, and I think my chances of actually getting magic logs this way is like 0% from what I'm reading, because my wood cutting level. Let's search. Let's do it slow. So, what do we want out of it? Hey! Second one, 16 magic logs. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. That's it. Everything now is just a bonus. We got exactly what we needed. I think we only needed one for Morning's End Part 1. I thought I'd get a load just in case we got unlucky. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Awesome. Any gold coins here is just a massive bonus. Right, that's the first inventory. Let's bank that. I'll just whack it in wherever. Although I am going to wear that, whack everything in there. Alright, let's continue searching. More magic logs. And that's the second inventory. Let's go check in the bank. Gold going up. I think that's the full set now for Winter's Todd. Very, very nice. Right, that's the next inventory. I'm actually really happy with anything we get here. It's just added loot and whatnot, so... And we're about to hit 500,000 in cash, which is really, really handy. Let's keep going. Hey, that is a full set. Yeah, we just needed the torch. I forgot about the torch. Nice, nice, nice. All right, we're rounding it down. You've taken as much as you can. Lovely. Actually coming out looking like a bit of a champ. And what I'll do is I'll put on the screen now the total loot tracker, but that does include when we did it earlier in the series as well. So overall, I'm actually really, really happy with what we've come out with. Morning's End Part 1 completed. Time for Morning's End Part 2. Let's do this. I'm going to be honest, how did anyone do Morning's End Part 2, this puzzle thing, without quest helper? Like, jeez, this is crazy. Whoever made this agility check that you fought 1,000 times needs to just, like, have a moment with themselves. I've fallen about 5 times in a row now. This is crazy. 6 in a row. 7th time a charm. Hey. The fear of not doing this and having to return via the underground pass. I think I'd rather, like, DDS myself. Jeez. I think we're done. Well, we've got to now get, what, 50 random items. Okay, I wouldn't mind the puzzle this much, but these things just constantly attacking you is actually, like, anti-fun. It's really annoying. Okay, here's the list of things. It took me ages to work out. You actually get a, an item to actually see. Let's see if there's anything that's too crazy. It's fine. I don't know if these are random each time. Actually, it doesn't look bad. I don't think I've ever got any crazy items in here. The only thing I've got to remember is to flick that back. Otherwise, I'm going to rage. So flick that back, then I can teleport out, I'm assuming. Then go get the items. These things attacking me are so annoying. So I have to flick that east. Turn the middle pillar to point back east. Or you'll have to return via the underground pass. I feel like they give you 50 items just to trick you, so you have to go through the underground pass. Like, hey ho. Right, let's get the 50 items. Why is the door locked? I need a key. Okay, I really panicked. Okay, I have got the key in my bank, or my heart went. Second time's the charm. I was never worried. Okay, luckily that's okay. I did that right, so I don't have to go through the underground pass. Okay, the first set of items going to be handed in. Alright, take the items, you scoundrel. Yeah, take everything you need. Perfect. Right, let's tally out. Oh, what, did I get anyone? Did I get anyone? I'm not going to tally out and forget to do that. I want this recorded in case it, like, bugs out. Oh, it hasn't crossed off what I've already given. That's actually... has it? Oh, no, it has. They're off. I'm an idiot. Okay, I've got, like, 2 more items after these, but that is... There we go. Take all them from me, friend. Alright, then I have 2 items left, and then hopefully we're all done. Okay. Let's hand the last of our items in. Nice. Then I get my death talisman. Brilliant. And that's Morning's End Part 2 completed. Also means we can get death runes from Guardians of the Rift as well. You know I like that minigame, but that was a quest and a half, which leads us to a total level of 1,600. However, this now means we have done all of the quests required for Song of the Elves. We just need the stats. So let's quickly open this up. We need 70 construction, we're at 52. 70 herb, we're at 62. We have a lot of herbs in the bank, so I'm not worried about that. 70 hunter, not a million miles away. 70 mining, I'll just AFK that on shooting stars because nope. 70 smithing, just do Giant's Foundry. 70 wood cutting. And Song of the Elves. Wow, wow, wow. I'm smiling. Claim some more battle staffs. Yes, please. Thank you. 63 Herbalore. Okay, I'm going to try the new Herbalore mini quest mini game because doing it in the bank, I'm going to be here for like the next 10 years. So let's see how the mini game goes. Okay, so from my understanding, we need 3 different pastes. Different herbs give us the different coloured pastes. This is going to be a good way to get rid of some of the useless herbs. I'm curious to see if this is going to be a fast method. All the other mini games for their specific skills are banging. So hopefully, you know, like Winter Todd, Tempera, stuff like that is banging. So I'm hoping this is going to be just as good. Let me know what you guys think of it. There we go, our Ironman has been in the world for 22 days. What does that look like? Combat level 100, which is actually banging. Total level 1,600 and the 1. Here's what the skills are looking like. Obviously, Song of the Elves is where we're going at. We need to get the 70s in quite a few things to be able to get there. Herbalore going to be probably the longest one, although construction, we're going to need money for that. So that's going to be fun, fun, fun. Quests completed 148, achievements 193, combat tasks, which we haven't done any in quite a while, 37, and collection logs 86. Next time out, the push for Song of the Elves. We have done a lot. We have done a lot recently. It's been great. If you got to this point of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.